Lovely. Okay, let's get ourselves warmed up. I've got no shoes on. We're not really doing anything high impact or lifting the legs, so it's fine. Let's have a little roll of those shoulders. Roll them forward. And then really get these arms warm and shoulders warm. A little bit of warming up the wrists, not too much upper body or push-up work on the floor to be pleased. And then roll them back, make it bigger, go with the elbows. And let's roll those forward. Really big circles with those elbows. Getting these shoulders warm. Thinking of your posture, so you're still pulling up tall, squeezing that tummy, drawing your belly button in towards the spine. Let's do full arm circles. Minding we don't hit anything. Nice deep breath as well. Get some oxygen in these lungs. Lovely. Let's bring these circles forward. Lovely. 4 more. Then I'm going to take the arms to the side, have my palms forward, thumbs up, and circle back. Make sure you have water as well. A little bit of getting slightly out of breath just because of the fast arm movements, but no real high impact with the legs. Bring those forward circles. Yes, we are going to let it burn. The arms are going to burn today. Lovely. Take your thumbs behind you and down. Circles back. So your palms are behind you, thumbs are down. It just changes where you can feel it in the shoulders. Then let's bring those circles forwards. Lovely. Keep breathing. Lovely. Then just take your arms up and down and your palms are just down to the floor. Take the arms across and open. Switching sides. So one across and take them back as well. So we're stretching the chest. Take them back up over the head. Lovely. We're going to do 4 more. And then another little warm up. Having your hands slightly flicked if you can. And it's like we're going to be cleaning the ceiling. So my hands slightly disappear. So circle, clean that ceiling. Don't worry if you can't push your wrist back. It's just getting them a bit warm. But the arms are up. Lovely, let's change direction. Keep cleaning that ceiling, keeping your head forward. You just keep an eye on those hands. Lovely. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the hands down. Let's just circle the wrists. A little bit of warm up for them as well. And reverse. In front, flick them up and down, so like you're revving a motorbike. Again, just getting some flexibility in these wrists. Four more. 3, 2, 1. Hands together, figure of 8. Lovely. Then we're gonna stretch the fingers, stretch the palms, stretch the wrists. And reverse. 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 Keep your elbows soft because we're stretching the wrists, not the arms. Start to bring them up. Take them all the way up. Let the shoulders shrug up. And then relax. Then bring the front of your hands to me. Upper back stretch. Push your hands to me. Let your chin drop. Squeeze your tummy. Lovely. Let's just gently reach behind, stretch down. You can have your hands on your hips if that's a bit tight. We're going to open up these shoulders anyway. And that gives the wrist a stretch. And you can push the wrist that way on your body just to stretch them one last time. Just because we're warming up, moving shoulders and stuff, I do like to do a little bit for the neck. I find it gets a bit of tension. We're only doing a few push-ups today, but you still can get tension in your neck from doing arm workouts, trying to relax it as we're working. Keep changing sides. Lovely. Let's take it to the right. Let's hold with some fingers, gently lengthen. Push this other hand down, flex the hand. Just getting a nice stretch all the way down here. Rotate, just look down. Try and relax this part of the neck and just let the fingers lengthen. Let's change sides. Flex down. So our first exercise is going to kind of get the heart rate going a bit as well. Rotate down. Then we're going to have a little stretch of these arms. Then we're going to start adding some weights. Okay, so it's as funny as it may seem, just turning sideways. So I want to move the arms like we're running. So it's not just like this, you've got to get those elbows back. And it's just doing this. So have a little bend in the knees. You can kind of go as fast as you want, but you're going to feel this in those shoulders. Keep going. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Always like to find something new. 2, 3, 4. Really get those elbows back. 6, 7, 8. Last. 8, 7, 6, 5. Squeeze your tummy. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Just roll back. Going to do a little bit of stretching. So, again, with any arm or shoulder exercises, as well as strength, we need flexibility. So this is going to help stretch out these shoulders a little bit. Having your band or your towel or your belt, even if you've got a stretchy one, it's not really going to matter. Have your hands quite wide to start with, and then we might adjust as we go. Take your arms up, and behind and then down. Think of shoulders down, squeeze your shoulders back. You might not get your arms all the way over, so you work with your body. If you think, oh, I could tighten a little bit, go with that. Can you go all the way back? So really be careful, listen to your body. Try not to get the chest involved, keep that down, it's just the arms and just going up and over, adjust as you need to. Again, this is a lovely stretch for your chest, shoulders. 2 more and then I'm going to slightly change it. So bringing them in front. So we're just going to continually go in the same direction, but just take your right arm around your head and then your left arm comes forward. Right arm, left arm. Again, you might need a bit wider. This I feel is quite painful for me. Maybe if your shoulders are tight, especially when you bring this one back up and over. And again, if this is just really too much, you can just do some arm circles like this without a band. Okay, let's switch sides. I'm going to take my left arm up and round. Whichever you were doing, do the other way. That's it. So it's just drawing a circle around your head like a lasso. The one arm comes over the back and then the other arm comes over the front. Ooh, try and keep some tension in the band. Let's do 2 more. It's really good for the mobility in the shoulders, especially when you're taking it back. Lovely. One last stretch. Just going to hold the band behind you and pull it apart and stretch it down. And again, it's just stretching these shoulders back, stretching the chest. All very good for your shoulders. Especially with age, our jobs, we always end up like this. So this is what we're trying to counteract. Get them posture good, get the shoulders back, and then we're going to strengthen those arms. Good, let's release. Okay, first one. We're going to do some punching, but with weights. And again, it's optional. I'm going to use some little weights. And it's relatively quick punches, and you don't have to straighten too far. Once you start taking your arm too far away, it can pull you over, and you can start to really overstrain the muscles in your back. So just sort of little punches with slightly soft arms. I'm going to take the knees, feet wide, little bend as well. So we're just holding a small squat. Turn those feet out slightly. Ready? 32 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. So think of getting some rotation in this upper body. So you're twisting the shoulders. So you're also getting a nice movement in the spine. 16 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16. I just want to do 8 with 2, but you can stay singles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, don't lock those arms out. 6, 7, and 8. Release. Well done. Okay, I'm going to show you the position first. You can probably use some slightly heavier weights or no weights for this one. So I'm just sideways, you can see me. You've got a slightly bent knee and we're leaning forward like this. So your back is nice and straight. It's called a deadlift, so that we can just hold here. And we're going to be pulling our weights up like that. Going to do 3 of those and then 3 straighten. And then 3 of those, 3 straighten. So you might better go a slightly heavier weight, but you're going to have to see how you feel. If you've got any lower back issues, one leg in front of the other, exactly the same thing. You're just pulling up and then you're going to straighten. In fact, I think I was a bit ambitious. Those weights are a little heavy. Okay, so we're doing 8 rounds of this. So again, I'm just sideways. You can see me. Squeeze your tummy and lean over. It's not a squat, it's just a lean with a slight bend just to protect your back. Lengthen the neck, shoulders back, squeeze the tummy. So it's like you're starting your lawnmower. Pull up. 1, 2, 3. Hold here. Extend. 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 Fantastic. That's 1. Let's go again. 1. Squeeze. 2. Squeeze the tummy. Squeeze the shoulder blades back. Then extend. 1. So we're working quite a bit of the arm muscle and working the back here. And again. 1, 2. Squeeze those shoulder blades back. 3. This is where we're working the back. Now we're working the triceps. 1, 2, 3. Good. Halfway there again. 1, 2, 3. Hold here. Extend. 1, 2. Squeeze that bottom. We've got 3 more. And down. 1, 2, 3. Hold up. 1, 2, 3. We've got 2 more. 1, 2, 3. Hold up and extend. 1, 2. Make sure your neck is long. Tuck your chin in. Last time. Down. Pull up. 1, 2, 3. Elbows up. Extend. 2, 3. Well done. Facing front for me anyway. You're going to do the dumb waiter. So your arms are in this nice 90-degree angle. Again, you might find you want a lighter weight or no weights with this. Elbows are in. It's like you're holding a piece of paper under your arm and just open. So doing a lot of weight and close with our rotator cuff. Have relaxed hands. Don't grip onto those weights too much. Just make sure you don't drop them. Breathe in and out. So again, squeeze the tummy. Think of your posture. When you open, your shoulders are squeezing back, your chest is opening. 4 more of these, and I'm going to add on a little bicep curl. 1, 2, keep an eye on the time, perfect, halfway there. 3, 4. So this is a hammer curl, so it's slightly different. Because we're at the side, we come in, and then your dumbbells, your palms are facing me, and we come back down and close. Open. Hammer curl, still working the biceps, just a different position rather than normally up and down. It's the wrist that changes position. Fantastic. Carry on, breathe. 2 more here. 1 more. Let's have a little release those arms for a moment. Just give them a shake. Give them a little shoulder roll. I'll just show you the next exercise. Whilst you're doing that, you can have a little stretch back if you want. So this one we're working in this position, and we're going to take the weights down and up. This is quite a hard one, so light weights. And then possibly we'll do 1 at a time, and then we're going to close together. So not too many, only 8 of these, but you've got your arms here. I've got lightish weight, 2 kilos. Elbows at shoulder height, squeeze the tummy, soft knees and rotate down. Just to like the elbow height and back, so we don't need to go We're not dropping them all the way down, because then you can get a bit of a impingement in your shoulder. When we do this in Pilates with no weights, it's not a problem to move your arms down, but because we've got weights, let's keep it as if you were just putting your hands on the table. So just stay at shoulder and elbow height. Lovely. Breathe in and out and in. Really good for your shoulders, this one. That rotator cuff muscle is in your back as well. Let's switch to singles. So 1 and up and 2 and up. Can we make it more fluid? So we are switching. Again, you can always lose the weights, always go back to doubles if it's easier. Seems to be easy with doubles on this one. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Hold these up. We're just doing 8 closes to work the chest. Squeeze. Oh, I really feel that in my right arm. 2, 3. Squeeze the tummy. 4, 5, 6. 2 more. 7, 8. Squeeze together. Hold. Pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Oh. Lose the weights. Just give those arms a little rotate. Going to do one more exercise standing, and we're taking it to the floor. This one's called the halo. This you can probably have a heavier weight. I'm going to, because it's a little bit closer to the body. You're just going to have one weight. Similar to what we did with the bands, you halo it round your head and down, and then you halo the other way. Try not to get your body involved, so everything's still a little bend in the knees. We want the shoulders to work here, so it's back, side, and down. So it's a little bit, does engage your core as well, because the balance, you have to squeeze your tummy a little bit. And also it's going to depend on your shoulder flexibility. So if the weight's not an option, you can always lose the weight and just have a bit of band, like we did earlier. This time we've got hands closer together. Let's do 8 more. 1, a bit quicker. And 2. So this opens up the shoulders. 4 more. 1 and 2. 2 more. Well done, lovely. Let's take it to the floor. I'm going to use some weights on the floor. I'm going to take my light ones down. I'm going to move my camera so you can see me better. We've got a wide, better. Okay, so no weights to start with. Do grab a drink if you need one. You should have that heart rate that's up quite a bit here. We're going to start off with a tricep. So our hands are in a diamond position. Doesn't matter if they're not touching, they can be slightly apart. And we're having them behind our bottom. And we're going to just where it is comfortable for your wrist. You can have your legs here. I'm going to have mine flat. And we're just going to lean back and lift up. Lean back, lift up. Squeeze the tummy. So I prefer this type of tricep one. I find if you're in this position and you're lifted and you're doing this, you're impinging those shoulders and you're likely to get injuries. So this is a little bit better because you're just leaning back, you're really working this muscle, which is what we want, but you're not sort of pinching those shoulders. And again, if you need to, have the legs up if that's a bit easier or more comfortable on your legs. Keep going, squeeze, relax the neck, just looking straight ahead. I can really feel this. 16 more. Doesn't have to be deep, just a small bend, straighten, don't lock those arms out. Woo, this is our last day, we can do it, hang in there. 1, 2, oh, but burning, burning. It's the last tricep exercise, are you pleased to know? 4 more. 2 more. 1 more. Oh, just relax forwards. Let's have a little tricep stretch as a release. Any position that's comfortable for you. Just going to take one arm up. Just give it a little stretch. Good. We have 12 minutes. Perfect. I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4 exercises to do. Switch. So we're going to do a push-up. We're just going to do a set of 8. So you could do these on all fours, or you can do them slightly lengthened. So I'll show you the positions. The main thing is your arms are here. So we don't want them here. Again, otherwise you get this impingement of your shoulders. So your hands are here and pull them apart. And that will engage your shoulders. So you can be on your knees. Squeeze your knees and your bottom and your tummy slightly, even if you're just doing a push-up here. And if you want to, you can take the hands further forward. And you can drop the hips and do them here. Squeeze the knees, squeeze the tummy, squeeze the bottom, shoulders back, shoulders apart, neck is long. Here we go, let's do 8. 1. Breathe in on the way down, breathe out on the way up, and squeeze the tummy, squeeze the bum. So it's a whole body movement here. Keep those shoulders strong, you don't have to go too far. That's 4. 4 more. 1. 2, squeeze the tummy, squeeze the thighs, squeeze the knees. Last 2. Last 1. Lovely. Let's sit back, stretch those shoulders. Woo. Lovely. I'm going to go into one-armed push-up, which is not as difficult as it sounds. So we're lying on our side. Take your arm, put it on your shoulder, and lie down. So your upper arm is the one that's going to do the work. This one is just resting here. So your position, your knees are slightly bent. Try not to crank your head up and down, just try and relax it. And you're just going to, you can keep the elbow on the floor and you can just push slightly. So you're going to rotate slightly, that's fine. Push and down. But just try and keep the chest facing forward. Lift and down. Lift and down, lift. If you want to, you can lift all the way up and then down. Just don't lock this arm out on the way up. So you push up and down. So you can lift more of the body weight if you want. Lift up and down. 4 more. Then I'm going to add on one last time. Again, it's up to you. You can stay on the elbow. You can lift up to here. And if you want this underneath arm, lift up, reach, bring it back, and lower. It just means you hold in the air for a moment. Let's do the last 4 of these. Reach, reach, reach. Last one. And relax, good. Still going to work this top arm whilst we're here. Grabbing a small weight. Slightly changing the body position. So let's have this arm underneath you. So you can stay here if you want. Your elbow is on top of you and you've got this 90-degree angle. You don't need a weight and you're opening and closing. Or you can have a weight. So it's this rotator cuff we're working. So I'm just going to do 4 like this and I'm going to keep adding on. Again, you can stay here. So if you want to, you can come up onto the elbow, squeeze and lift here. So you're doing a little side plank as well. So it just slightly adds on. All we're doing is opening and closing the arms, squeeze the shoulder blade back and down. You shouldn't feel any discomfort. If you do, just lose the weight. It's very similar to what we did standing up, the dumb weight. It's just that we're now on our side, working a little bit harder. For the last 8 of these, I'm going to lift up into a sort of half side plank. Again, it's up to you, you can stay here. So I'm going to stay on my underneath leg, just straighten the top one and lift the hips. A lot of weight in the shoulders, so if you've got iffy shoulders, stay where you are. And last 8. So this is adding a side plank, you're really challenging this shoulder. Keep your elbow in at your waist, don't take the arm out. Squeeze, oh, this is tough. We've got last 4. Oh, I don't think I can do it with the weight. 3, 2, and 1. Release. Good. Just bring the knees in, reach up and over. So it just shows you if you're losing your form, take your weight away, otherwise you're going to injure yourself. Ooh. We've got, what time is it? Oh good, yeah, 4 minutes, perfect. So we're going to switch to the other side, one arm press up, and then I'll rotate to plank and we're done. So we start, this arm is on the shoulder, and we lie down. This is the one pushing up. So you can push to the elbow just to get yourself started. Still squeeze that tummy. Breathe in, breathe out. As you come up, breathing out is the exertion. Lovely. If you want to start lifting all the way up, you can. Make sure your hand's in a position where you can really get that push. Two more, then I'm going to add on the reach for the last 8. Again, it's optional. Reach. 1, 2, lovely. Breathing. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Woo, 8. Well done. So, options. Lengthen this arm out. Relax on it, bring the knees in, this elbow is on your waist, open and close. Grabbing away if you want. To be fair, my arm, this shoulder always hurts doing an exercise, so I'm not going to add a weight to it. I want to strengthen it without hurting it, so you work at your level. So if you shouldn't feel pain here, so if you are like me, sort of really feeling something, lose your weights. We can take this up. Leaning on the elbows, squeezing here, keep going. Main thing is this arm stays in at the waist. Breathe. And you're thinking of opening the shoulder, squeeze that shoulder blade back. That's what we're working here. It's the shoulder blade at the back. You rotate the cuff. Very important muscles for supporting the shoulders. Avoiding injury. A lot of people tear this muscle when they play tennis, paint fences, chop down trees, anything you do where you're, or maybe even throwing a ball for a dog, that sort of overarm head motion. Last 8. Remember, make sure arms under here, squeeze your hips. 1, 2. So you're getting a side plank workout here, a bit of core. We've got 4 more. 2, 3, last 1. Well done. Sit down, breathe the knees in, and the arm that you're lying on over the head. Well done. Perfect. We have 3 minutes to cool down. Really good. That's quite tough today. I feel my arms feel like jelly. Have a release. Turn it down a little bit. Oh, lovely. I'm going to come onto the knees to do a little stretch for my chest. I find it a little bit easier. Just sideways so you can see me. Let's just grab your hands behind, or if you can't reach behind, this is where you can grab your band. You can link the fingers if you can. Stretch back. You should feel warmer now, so might have a bit more flexibility. Push the hands down, chest up. So the reason why I'm on my knees is because I like to lean forward, because here you can't get your arms up. If you lean forward, you've got gravity on your side, and that will pull the arms down. Not for everyone, so do work at your own level. And release, lovely. Comfortable position for you, so you can stay on your knees, cross-legged, whatever. Let's have one hand on the shoulder, squeeze it back, keep this shoulder down. Whew. Lovely, let's release, change sides. So tomorrow we'll be back with hips and thighs. Probably do that one downstairs, got a bit more room. Probably standing with trainers if you want to do that one. So squats and lunges and things like that. Lovely. Let's take the arms in front and stretch around the back. If your feet or your ankles are hurting, do sit cross-legged or change. If your knees hurt, this position isn't for everyone. It's the upper back we're stretching, doesn't matter what your legs are doing. And I am going to change my feet position for the last little stretch. Let's just take the head to one side, especially with all those push-ups, you can get stress in the neck. What I'm going to do is my head's this side, take the opposite hand. I tend to find palm underneath. Just pop it under your bum and then your bum pulls that shoulder down and you can lean over with your hands gently, a little bit of extra. Wonderful. Let's release, let's change sides. So head over, pop your hand under your bum, it just pulls this shoulder down. And then with the fingers lengthen, lovely stuff. One last little stretch. I'm going to have the hand on the floor, reach this arm up, leaning over. You can look into the eye of that elbow, so we're stretching all the way down here. Keep your bottom on the floor. And release, lovely. Let's do one more. Other side, reach up, so really opening up these shoulders. Going to do a little tricep stretch as well. Looking up the eye of that elbow again. As long as you keep your bottom down, you can lean over as far as you want. You might find here is enough, whatever works for you. This arm we've got in the air, come up and just take the hand down. So this is where, if you find this exercise, this stretch really difficult, oops. So say for instance you find it really hard to do this, you can always have a band and you could just do it that way if you want. But most of us should be comfortable with the hand here, but if you find that's really hard, try and have something in your hand and pull it down. Lovely, let's release, change sides. It's only the fingertips, try not to grab onto it. Whew. Let's have a breath to finish, breathe in and out, bring those arms back and relax. Again, breathe in, arms back and down. One more, in, bring them back. Let's give ourselves a hug today and a tap on the back. Well done, thank you very much everyone.